All right, here we go. Let's see. Make sure everything's up and running. Yep, I can hear myself echoing. We're good. All right. So I'm told that I believe Sottle or Alsbury. I don't even remember. One of their statements here in PDF number 9. Which one did he say it was? I was told that, okay, I think this is Alsbury. So I figure I may as well go through it. And fuck, I haven't done this in a while. But let's see what we got here. And I'm going to just go through this PDF number 9 here. Most of this, a lot of this, I'm going to skip through because some of these are just ridiculous. The first one I just looked at. Damn it. Freaking wind's blowing today. There we go. All right. So, first one, I think is kind of nonsense. I kind of just skimmed through it. It sounds like this person ran into somebody that, I don't know, talking about God and stuff like that. It doesn't sound like it was Paddock. Right here we got, he was going to see a show at 10:30. I said, well, you got just about an hour before. I guess he's talking about Paddock. He may not be. I don't know. And if he's not, I don't know. It's kind of irrelevant. I don't really care. Oops. And of course, I'm having issues here. Obviously. All right, there we go. No. Okay, there we go. Got rid of the blue. Speaking of for over an hour, this was the night before last, the night before the shooting. This was the first night I arrived. I've been here 2 nights. Okay, so this was the night before the shooting. All right, hold on. Sorry, have text messages. So let's see. So here we go. Let's see. The problem is I don't put much into this because he's got this thing. He says, God saved him. And he also mentioned the story about the Bible. I don't see Paddock as being a particularly biblical kind of dude. So I'm going to skip through this and just call this probably bullshit. Hey, how you doing? You got me on the TV. Great. Oh, shit. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to find Sottle and Alsbury. Okay. So, sorry, guys. All of a sudden, I'm getting text messages. But I asked for it because I text them first. So this one here, I kind of want to look at. I don't know who the hell. Well, actually, I do know who this is. This is the guy who went in the elevator. I believe this is the guy that went in the elevator with the 2 bicycle cops, and I believe that's him. So I'm going to skip all of that. Well, actually, we'll go through a little bit of this. President Special Agent conducted with this dude, Mandalay Bay, yeah. And they were in the HR department, it looks like, I believe. Interview we conducted inside the conference room down in Human Resources. Yeah, so Human Resources. I believe he also had, did he have counsel or no? So briefly, turn on recorder, synopsis. Okay. So no, he didn't have counsel, but he had HR with him. So I'm guessing. Kind of shady. So let's see. He says, yes, I was working that night. I was on lunch down in the EDR. Don't know what that is. Down here, when the call came over the radio, I remember somebody said that I was hit. Hello. Oh, okay, that's Jim. I was wondering who that was. All right. So I'm hit. So I'm like, okay, something ain't right. So I get to put my tray up, start walking towards beach level basement area. That time, more information was coming from our dispatcher. Okay, so he was hit. Campbell's hit at this point. It's already been announced on the radio. They're armed. Respond up to 36th floor, just 36th floor, and I don't know how they receive more information. I think somebody, whatever, redacted. Told me later they called dispatch on his phone. Okay, so Campbell's, I'm guessing. This guy knows Campbell's. Let him know that either he got hit with a pellet gun or got hit with something out of 135 at that time. Everybody, all outside units responded up. All the inside units remained on the casino. That's weird. Outside units ran up there. The inside units all just hung out. Because obviously we're not armed. I slowly, and I mean very, very slowly, walk into the beach level. Because obviously if he's hit, we're going to need paramedics. Oh, shit. If we roll paramedics, we roll them up the upper valet area and then walk them up. So, man, it's hard to do this. Okay, yeah. Sorry, bro, but if you're in here, all right, I'm just gonna go on this one. But thank you for the information. I'm gonna hit that later. So I'm all right. I'll slowly walk over there and everything settles down, walk the paramedics up. That moment, as soon as I hit the bathrooms, where the bathrooms are, I'm not sure where the HR department is. I know where the security office is, because I've been over there. There's Starbucks there. There are some restrooms over there too. By the beach area, beach level valet. I'm trying to remember where that was. Not really sure. I see two police officers responding. Actually, I think I do know where that is. One's carrying, they're both in the brown uniform. One had like a traffic vest. The other one already had his an AK, his AR. Okay. So there, where's security? So that tells me it's probably the first two. I believe it's Featherstone Beeson. I could be wrong on the names, but I believe that's who the names of those two cops were that originally went up there. That's going off memory, though, from 5 years ago. So he said, hey, and I'm like, hey, security's behind you. So he turns around and he's like, get us up to the room. I'm like, okay, if that's where you want to go, let's go. So I take him down to 200 wings elevator, because that's where our baggage service elevator is. So I had that wrong. I was saying 300 wing, 200 wing. Doesn't really mean much, but whatever. Which I guess it kind of does, right? 200 wing. That's where Paddock was trying to get his room. Was a 200 wing. So maybe Paddock wanted the elevators when he was asking for that room, the 200 wing. Maybe that's why he wanted it. I mean, that's the only thing I can really, other than his sight line outside. But, that's the only thing I could think of there. There was a big difference between 100 and 200. Other than, like I said, where he was going to shoot outside, he would add a different view, obviously. Because, I took them up there, less traffic, less guests. So I take them up. And by the time I had heard over the radio that our shift supervisor Sottle and two bike officers were already up there. So I don't know, is that Sottle up there? I always thought that was Alsbury, man, because he ain't fucking armed. I thought Sottle was the dude, the skinny dude in the black outfit, the black like suit-like thing. I don't know. I could be getting these guys completely fucked up, which I wouldn't doubt. My memory was that was Alsbury, but again, I could be fucking wrong on that. I never gave a shit about these names. So we start going down the hall, and their statements are a fucking mess, which is why I'm trying to get to them. So we start going down the hallway. As I said, hey, you're in a different hallway. I'm gonna get you to center core and off to the left. Will be that at the very end is that room that that's reported the shots coming from. I made just the center core. Okay, let's see who he says there's up there. And luckily, the officer had told me afterwards that he did not hear any more gunshots, because if not, he would have probably. See, I thought that guy in the elevator, did he actually go all the way up there? I thought he said something in the elevator like, I'm going to take you up there, but I don't remember if he got out of the elevator. Yeah, he did get out of the elevator. Let's see, continue to the room. So he heard over his radio that there's still officers that need to be escorted up. He's like, go get the rest of my guys. So I'm running down the hall, going down, and then there's another, let's see, another 4, 6. No, it's like 6 guys all in civilian clothes, but with their vests, their Metro vests with police vests on. And we just gotten a call about a Crystal Room, which are high limits lounge. Okay, so that explains Crystal Room here. So this guy, I believe, brought up the second 2 officers. This guy wasn't the guy in the elevator in the video I'm thinking of. I think this guy brought up the second 2, if I'm looking at it right. Let's see what he got. Closer to elevators for hauling cargo. I think in the fire department presentation, it claimed they had info he was wanting to aim at the command post from 200 wing, but I don't know how believable that is. Saul's PDF 11. Okay, so I'm not in the right PDF for Sottle, but I am in the right one for Ellsbury, I believe. But thank you for that. I think I'm going to go into that here eventually, if I don't fucking run for 2 hours on this fucking thing alone. All right, so the Crystal Room explains what the Crystal Room is here. I didn't even honestly know what the Crystal Room was, and I'd been there. Actually walked into there, but I didn't realize that's like it looks like he says that's our high limits lounge, because they have a high limits area, which is where we have the video of Paddock playing, is the high limits area. And they actually have in some of the video where they show him at the counter, with a red bag or some sort of bag in his hand. That was a high limits area. That was not the check-in desk. And I think they kind of led you to believe it was a check-in desk. The first one, they did have a view of the check-in desk also, but at one point they showed him at the high limits desk. So that's our high limits lounge. So they did a quick sweep. They one dude says, I smell the gunpowder. I smell it, but it must have been coming up the vents, or who knows where it's coming from. And all right, goes up to the room. We start running again through the casino to the front desk, and I took him up again to the service elevator. And I told him, like, hey, there's already 2 Metro officers here. There's 3 of my guys, but I think at the time, I think there was already 4 or 5 Manly Bay security. Okay, so they're smelling gunpowder. I know there's a lot of controversy about that in the early days of this, but yeah, they're smelling gunpowder. And he even says he thinks it's, so obviously they didn't find anything. Because they didn't find anything, this guy's assuming it came through the vents or something. He doesn't know. They get up there like, hey, stay with us. Like, I really don't want to, guys. Like, I have a shirt on, man. And somebody starts shooting at me. That's it. Oh, boy. Okay. Hey, I agree with you, man. You're not a cop. You shouldn't be up there. So I stayed in the middle of the bones, whatever that means. And I said, all right, guys, just keep going down. It's a different hallway. The 135's off to the left. It's at the very end. And then they met up with them. And then they just like, hey, go get more guys. Just keep bringing up more people. And this is, I would probably say, if it a 3-minute window, no more than a 5-minute window, that people just responded like crazy, because the festival's right across the street. So let's see, that helped a lot, and people pointing guns at you and all that. I said, hey, man, I'm Mandalay Bay Security. I'm here to help. So point guns at him, man. That sucks. Sucks, bro. Sucks for you. And then at the same time, they secured the hallway. And then they were just slowly getting closer and closer to the room. When I think till somebody had called out, SWAT had already made it to the property, or, I think they called it Zebra Team. All right. The Zebra Team had made it to property. So we went down to 135 and I showed them the room. I literally just leaned into the room and opened up the doors. This is what the dude has to see. He's right above us. This is the layout. So yeah, it helped them because the room has like a bar area here. And they would have said if we didn't know that was there, but okay, whatever. So you took Zebra guys that was going to breach and showed them 31135. Yeah, because I wanted to come up from underneath. Because they wanted to come up from underneath. It's going to say, whoa, you're making fucking... they started banging out the lights, Okay, so this guy must have been in the elevator or the stairwell. Just the element of surprise. It might this is layout, guys. This is what you're about to walk into. All right, cool. We got it. Quick layout of the room. They went up, did what they did. That's when they breached the room. Okay, and did you stay up on the floor after that? Yes, okay, yes, because I remember the sergeant of the Zebra Team told my manager, since he was in civilian clothes, to give me his keys because they could identify me easier than they could identify him. Oh, okay. So yeah, I get maybe was that Sottle? Was that Sottle in his civilian clothes? Maybe. I don't know. Am I getting them fucking fucked up again? Because I always got them fucked up. So I stayed up there just opening doors, storage rooms, letting them know where the stairwells, what rooms. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm good with this guy. What time did you finally get relieved out of there? Yeah, okay. So when the original calls start coming out, when you start hearing radio traffic, you said you were at lunch. Do you remember what time that was? I would say around 10:05 in that ball range. Okay. So, all right. So that's too big of a window to give us anything. Well, no, it's not, right? No, it's not. Because if this guy's actually legit, and it doesn't go past 10:05. If it does not go past 10:05, we got a problem. We have a narrative problem because they're saying Campos was hit at 10:06. If Campos was hit at 10:06, he's not saying he's hit at 10:05. We have a fucking narrative problem with this guy. And just for argument's sake, we'll say 10:05. How soon till you're on the elevator with those first two units heading up to the tower? Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. No. But all right. That doesn't fucking work. Does it? No, that don't work. No, that don't work at all, dude. That does not fucking work. Okay, with that in break a sweat, yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, because I remember the graveyard guys were already coming out of the briefing, and I saw one or two of them. Let's go up to Upper Drive. That's when I started my very, very slow walk. Fuck, what are you saying, dude? What the hell are you saying? And like I said, the Metro officers were coming in hot. They were sweating. They were rushing in there. Yeah, easy. No more than 2 minutes. We were already up on the floor with the first two officers. Okay, so he was the guy in the elevator with the first two. All right. Okay. So you get those guys up there. You made a couple trips down. Get all the units up there. Do you remember? Okay, so this one we can actually check. We can actually fact check this fucking dude. At least some of his timing. And with that, I believe I still have it brought up. So it would be dismiss this. Don't need that. Let's see if I can. So let's see where the first interaction is.
Hey, stay inside. Okay. You don't want to go out right now. They're on cover. Stay in here. Is anybody picking up at all? Yeah, nobody's answering.
So where are they right now?
We need somebody to talk about immediately. So
I need to get on that phone that guy's shooting from. Stay inside. Hey, there's a guy with the automatic weapon. You got to stay inside.
Try and picture where in the casino they're at right now. I think I know where this is. I never saw a person behind that desk.
All right, come downstairs. Come on, let's go.
You guys stay in here.
I am in the casino, babe.
Okay, yeah, I know where this is. There was nobody in that booth when I was there. The whole time I was there.
Hey, it's security. Security.
I need to get into that room.
All right, there we go. So he's off on his timing because he ran into him at 10:15. 10:15, he ran into him. So yeah, he's a little off on his time.
Sorry, this mess is gassing me, dude.
Oh, I know.
Unless I'm wrong, and this guy actually brought up the second two officers and never realized that these guys were already up there and this isn't the same guy. I mean, it's a possibility also. He's chugging, man. Woo.
That's what?
And this obviously is not the floor Campo centered on as far as any footage we got on the Nightline stuff. This is not the same floor.
I have to one of these. I just keep them inside.
yes, I would.
Come on. Hey, guess what? Yes.
No, they're 32.
32?
Yeah, 32.
32. Hey, okay.
Okay, so that statement doesn't match. This might not be the same guy whose thing I'm reading. And I'm guessing that's because he claims he stayed with these officers. The dude who originally ran into him in the casino level is not the same guy.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah, the 32-135.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have access to get into that room?
My mentors are all up there.
Fuck.
I'll meet you guys halfway.
I can't fucking breathe.
You good?
He's in shape too, man. This boy's in shape compared to some of the others. But no, hey, I don't think this is the same guy right here. I don't think we're looking at the same guy whose statement I'm reading, because that doesn't match up with what he's saying. If what he's saying is legit here, this might be the guy that brought the other cops up after, and maybe he just never realized there were already cops up there. Not sure, but just sounds like, when he's yelling security. Maybe the other guys came in and said the same thing. I don't know. I haven't looked at that body cam, so I don't know. You made a couple trips down, get all the units up there. Do you remember? Did you have a scribe or anything for Anthony or Tony to scribe? Did you write stuff down? Did you have a fucking scribe with you? Like we're in the fucking Middle Ages. What the fuck? No, nothing's been written down. This is the very first interview briefing I've had since the event. That's funny. That's hilarious. We're fucking LARPing the Renaissance Fair. That night, you didn't write down names of the guests you were getting off the room. I must have given it to the officer that was up there. All right, but you did have it right. I know, yes. Well, I got some of them. You guys want them. Okay, but you remember doing that, though, yes, because the sergeant said they were getting closer and closer. So they're moving everybody out of their rooms, and I guess they got up to 114. So they wrote down everyone's names, huh? So they're leaving? I mean, that's what this sounds like. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds like it. That's what he's saying. No, they actually got to, 114. And then I guess at the very end was 123, 13, what? So they were, like 10 doors away or 10 rooms away from actually breaching it. 13, 123. Okay, bro. Okay. Somebody's fucked up here. That's what I heard. Heads down because Zebra team's here, so they want to go underneath, make entry from the underneath room. Cool. No, yeah, it's not. I don't think it's this guy. No, I didn't see him because he came down the baggage, like he booked it, like because I guess he told me like shit. I felt like warm sensation on my leg, and it started burning a little bit. Yeah, that's usually what happens when you get shot, man. Like it hurts. How do you fucking know? I've been shot before. Well, you got some tough ass security guards, huh? Not really. When I stayed there, man, I wasn't afraid of any of them. I called it in. I went down the 200 wing. Went down to baggage storage. That's where he just laid low for a bit. I didn't meet him until I took 2 or 3 police officers that were going to respond to the Paris, because dude, this guy's speaking in Campos. He's talking about Campos even though he wasn't fucking there. So he's talking about what he heard from Campos, it sounds like. So, yeah, I think that's all the information we get out of him. I'm good with this dude. Let's see, real quick though. Do you remember the engineering guy up there? I saw whatever, which is the senior watch of the shift manager. Jesus, a heavier set Hispanic guy and some newer white dude, slick back hair. But he was only up there for 5 minutes or something like that, because he was semi new to the property, so obviously he's not going to know as much as probably Redacted does, because Redacted is always up at Mandalay Bay Tower. Is he talking about Campos? That doesn't look like Campos to me. That's second Redacted. So once he kind of saw he was not necessary, very useful, he just left. Or I think they told him to leave too. So which one's Campos? Is Campos guys new to the tower? But yeah, Redacted was up there for a while. Redacted was up there for good. Oh man, I wouldn't want to say an hour, but it could have been easily an hour with everything that's happening. He was up there for a while, and then Redacted was up there. But yeah, the other gentleman, 5-10 minutes. All right. Huh. Not sure he was talking about there. But yeah, not too worried about it. Were you up there when Spot breached the room? No, I was in 31. You're right. You were down. See, I don't understand, man. This guy's statements all over the fucking place. He was up there. He was not up there. He was in 31. I don't fucking know. This guy's kind of crazy. Let's see. Wait, so he was... Okay, he was with Varson Hendricks, wasn't he? Well, was he though? Nah, he wouldn't have been with Varson Hendricks, right? That doesn't sound right, because he's saying that he was walking around and someone started yelling security, right? Varson and Hendricks were in the security office, I believe. And they got to escort all the way to the elevator. I don't think he was with Varson and Hendricks. Whatever. It don't really fucking matter all that much. Her occupation is blank. She works 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. The interviews. Let's see, Mandalay Bay Human Resources once again. Who is this person? Also present for the interview for Mandalay Bay. So is that the attorney? Interviews we reference, yeah, which will be an active shooter investigation. Let's see, do you understand? Yeah. You're being recorded, obviously. Okay. The reason we're here is conducting investigation. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, well, I mean, everybody, just like everybody else, the guests, they do check in the cabanas. He never really checked in. It was his girlfriend, Mary Lou. They always come in. Her name is never on the reservation. This is always his name. All right. So it's a checkpoint speech level, I think. So one day, they check they ask for an ID. It doesn't match, of course, because it's under his name. And so I had to call VIP services and verify that, she's actually in the room with him and that they said yes. So I made her check in the cabana. But she was a little bit kind of upset about it. So we kind of hit it off for a little bit. So we're just talking, and I took him to the cabana. So this is before. I'm not fucking worried about this. Because this is definitely not that fucking weekend. So I don't really fucking care. It's not kind of where I was going with all this. I don't care about hearing an explanation. Mary Lou being upset about a cabana. I care less, honestly. Okay, so what we got here? Interview is going to be conducted with also present. Don't care what your names are at this point. They redacted the initials representing Mandalay Bay as well. Counselors. Okay, so now we have legal representation. That's interesting. Okay, ma'am. So we're here today to ask you a question. Okay, so what day is this? What day are we looking at? We're looking at 10/1. Date occurred. Nah, that's 10. That's date occurred 10/08. Interesting. Today's day is October 13th. Okay, so they started manning up on October 13th. What was this other one? So there one. Well, it was 8th of October. Okay, so a couple weeks in, they start getting legal representation. All right. Interview conducted at Street, Las Vegas. Interview is going to be conducted with blah, blah, blah. President of the interview, don't care. But we do know they have legal representation, which is interesting. And they redacted their name. So that's it's also interesting. Do you remember the date? Oh, this is the maid. Okay, clean the room. Wednesday. So, okay. Trying to think why you'd have legal representation, but okay. Possibly been September 27th. I'm sure because they showed me my paperwork. So this is not her first English, probably not her first language. Okay, at what time did you go to that room? About approximately. I think it was my first room, but I'm not with the time because pre-shift, then load the cart, then go to the floor. Maybe 4:30 or more, like 4:30, like that. I'd have to go back into the freaking. Oh, and I don't want to do that. I really don't want to go into the LIR right now. Yes, he opened the room. I locked, and then he opened the door and asked, "Did you surge your request room service?" So do we have? Fuck it. I'll go in the lock interrogation if I can find a date on this. So you remember what room? It was Wednesday. Would that possibly be the 27th? No, I'm sure it is because they showed me the paperwork. All right, so what was the 27th on that fucking year? Let's see. go back. 2017. September. Okay, so it would have been Wednesday, she said. So it's the 27th. Yeah, it's 27th. It's Wednesday, 27th. That possibly be September 27th. She said, no, I'm sure it is. Okay. I see what she's saying. All right. She's right. About to have a fucking heart attack here. All right. So 27th. So he didn't have second room. So at least it makes it somewhat easy. Figure this shit out. Of course, we're going to have to look at everything sideways because this thing sucks. The way they scanned all this. 27th. So 27th. And then let's see. So let's put this up real quick. This could be sideways, man. I don't want to fuck with this right now. I don't have the I don't think I have an easy way to switch this over. Or do I? No, there's no way to tilt this using this program. So 27th, what time did she say? Wednesday, 27th. First room. My first room, so 4:30 or 4:35. Okay, what do we got here? What time are we at? So 4:32 is on this page. We got door unit internal. Let's see what this. I can't even fucking get this here. Is that gonna do it? Or is that gonna? Oh, it's gonna fuck me up. Damn it. Okay, there we go. That's not. It's not fucking. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. And I just fucked it up. Oh, why does it do that? Why does it do that? Oh, you suck. Okay, so let's see. 1 through 5. This is 1 through 5. So 27th would be right here. We got again, sorry for the sideways stuff. There ain't nothing I can do about it with this what is this document cloud or whatever the fuck I ran this up on. So you got the staff card at 432. Yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty good with that. 432 staff. She opened the door at 432, and then we have what? Sorry, I'm trying to go back and forth to figure this out. 432, and then 521 was the door being closed. So staff card accepted, doors open, and doors closed. So, man, she was in there for like an hour. Fucking A, dude. Wow, she went off in that room. It's crazy. God, I didn't know it took that fucking long. I guess I never really hung out when they did that anyway, so I don't know how long it takes them. Yeah, you open the room, knocked. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, not here for this. Don't care. I don't want to read about the maid. Maid's not very exciting. All right, so what we got here? We got October 11th. Also in the room with me, I don't care, from Manly Bay Property as well. And so, I don't know. They got somebody there. Let's say who it is. Doesn't say it's a lawyer. Or doesn't say counselor or whatever. What's your job? I work security. All right. Here we go. Who is this? Okay. This ain't what I want. Okay. Are there any specific duties that you specifically? Yeah, I ride a bike with a weapon. Ride a bike with a weapon. Oh, I love the way you worded that. It's like you got a fucking minigun on the side of your bike. Okay, so you're an armed security guard. Yes, that's the proper way of saying it. Okay, and how long have you been here? Employed in the day over 3 years. You were working day of October 1st. Yes, and the end of shift working that day. Yeah. What shift were you working? Swing shift. Okay. And call any incident happening that night. Yes. Okay. What do you recall? Fuck. Should have just said no, dude. Nope. Don't remember shit, dude. Sorry. Later. I'm out. It was approximately 10 o'clock. I was riding my bike. We got a call that one of our guys is hit up on the 32nd floor. Myself and another officer responded. We called that floor. Rode our bikes through the casino. Oh, God, I remember this. I remember the controversy behind this. This one was crazy. Or the controversy was crazy. This one's not that crazy. I guess elevators made our way up. Got up there thinking it was just a fight. Call went out over the radio that one of our officers up on 32, Jesus Campos, I guess, was possibly hit by a BB gun or a pellet gun. So we were in the mindset of possibly a shooter. It also, after that, went over the radio, and there was an active shooter at the event across the street. Yeah. Yeah, bro, that was a controversy. That was a controversy. I remember this. I remember arguing this for days over emails. Shit was wild. People trying to say that, somebody was trying to, basically say, and I mean, who am I to say they're wrong? But you have somebody shot up in the tower, and went over the radio that there was an active shooter at the event across the street. So that was kind of the controversy there, that there were two shooters. There was one in the event. But let's see. Now, do you remember what time this was at? Between 10 o'clock, maybe 10:10, 10:12. Okay. Approximately. So nobody has any exact fucking timelines here, which sucks. Okay, so between 10 o'clock, 10:12. Right, somewhere around there. Okay, all right. We got a floor, myself and Redacted got up there. We saw, I guess, Campos run down the hallway. Okay, so they were there when Campos jammed out. He had what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his calf. Looked like a BB. So I'm guessing it was just a fragment. My supervisor, security operations manager, was up there at the time. Okay, so I'm wrong, dude. That might be fucking Sottle. I always thought because he was wearing that fucking plainclothes bullshit, and I always thought Sottle was that guy in that fucking suit downstairs talking shit about getting sprayed. I could be remembering this all wrong. Okay, and you could hear the gun going off. Not coming down the hall. I'm assuming now it was going out the window. Yeah. Okay, so is anybody else coming at you guys besides, I'm guessing, Campos? No. Where's Shuck, bro? Where's Shuck? Where's Shuck? Did you guys ever see a maintenance engineer up there? Shuck. Did you see Shuck? Yeah, so he's one of the engineer senior watch. He was up there along with another male. All right, so okay. I don't know his name. So is Shuck Shuck ain't the senior watch guy, is he? I don't know, man. I'm all fucked up. There's Allsbury up there at this point. I don't fucking know. Or is the senior watch Sottle? And it's not. He's one of the engineer senior watch. He was up there along with another male. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this guy's saying. So when you guys came out, you didn't see the guy coming down the hallway. No. Okay, you only saw Jesus Campos. Yeah. I'm guessing Jesus Campos coming down the hallway. So when this guy's up there, we got two people up there. We got whoever this senior watch is, along with, looks like Shuck, because they're asking about Shuck. It sounds like that's what it sounds to me like. Okay. How long do you think Took you from that time that you got the call to the time you arrived up on the floor, approximately 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, when you get up there, you see Campos run down the hallway to you. He's got what appears to be a gunshot wound to his calf. You said yes. Which leg do you recall? Whatever. The right. Was it the right? Yeah, it was the right. Yeah, it was just dribbling a little bit. Looked like it had started to coagulate. Okay, appeared to be small. At this point, people as an officer of the upper valet saying glass was falling from one of the floors up there. Well, there we go. We got broken fucking glass falling. So no broken windows, whatever. Let's see, the bullets coming down the festival lot, at which point we knew there was an active shooter. At that point, it was only minutes after we'd gotten up there that a Metro team was taken up there. So they're up there right after we were. And then what? What did you guys do from that point? Jesus Christ, just let him spill the story. We just observed and reported. Wow, that's a security guard answer. Observe and report. Help out with whatever we need to do with whatever Metro officers are telling us to do. Did you guys see any gunshots come out of the hallway? Did you guys at any point know? So they're up there after. Okay, so did I guess Campos report any information to you guys? No, he could not get a signal up there. Or is that not Campos? I don't fucking know. I think he called on his cell phone to our dispatch. Okay, so yeah, everyone said that. He called on his cell phone to the dispatch. So I think that's Campos talking about. Because nothing went over the radio that he had said that he had been hit with a bullet or whatever he thought it was. So, okay. Yeah, okay. It assisted the units our time then. Yeah, on the floor. Okay, how long were you up on the floor, you think? We're up there for over 11 hours. Holy shit. Wow, you got some overtime up there. On the 36th floor, never came off. Yeah. How are you doing? I'm okay. Oh, how nice. How nice you'd ask that. Okay, so when you're up there, it was your partner or whatever that went up with you. Did anyone else ride up with you guys up the elevator? No? Okay. All right, I think we're good here. So I believe we're coming up on Alsbury. Okay. Was there any other staff from Manly Bay on the floor with you besides the engineer and the other engineer? Was there any other supervisors up there with you guys? When we originally got up there, no. Okay. And nobody else was up there. So who was up there? I mean, I thought that was Alsbury. Right? And maybe I'm getting these names wrong, dude. But my understanding is Alsbury, and again, I could have this totally fucked up. It wouldn't be the first time. But my understanding is Alsbury is the maintenance guy, maintenance supervisor, and Sottle is the security supervisor. They keep saying, like, security guards keep saying their guy was up there, which I think would be Sottle, right? They were getting reports that he was up there. They don't say he was up there. They keep saying they got reports that he was up there. And then, but it sounds like to this guy that it was Alsbury that was up there. Like I said, unless I'm getting the names completely fucked up, because this is why it gets confusing for me. He's employed at Manly Bay Facilities Manager. As a facilities manager. Okay. Also present is legal counsel. Here we go. So what day was this? What day are we doing this? Also present is I should read this shit. Also present is vice president for legal for MGM Resorts. Oof. Fucking the vice president of legal. Got some heavy hitters in the room. Today's day is October 7th, right? So October 7th, man, they were doing all kinds of interviews on October 7th and that we've read through, and they didn't have legal counsel on that day for a lot of them. Let's see. So I received a phone call from a dispatcher when I was in the office saying that a security officer needed to talk to me. So she transferred him to me. So here we go. We got the transfer. So he wasn't told to call. He was transferred, according to this guy. It was, I'm guessing, Jesus Campos stating that we're asking if we're doing any work on 32nd floor, 100 wing, saying the stairwell door is bracketed shut. And I'm, no, I'm not aware of anything. There shouldn't be any reason since it's an egress. And he said, I said, well, what type of bracket is it? He said, it's like an L bracket. So I said, well, okay. Send an engineer up there to take a look at it. And he said, well, hold on. I hear a drill on the other side of the door. So I said, okay, well, you hear a drill. I said, you might want to go to the floor above or below to catch the guy in the stairwell. Okay. So, all right. So, can we dissect this? So this call was made from inside the foyer. So the 950, what's the 959 call then? Who did he call at 9:59 saying the door's blocked? Because supposedly, what the fuck? Oh, hey, man, I haven't seen you in a while. Mills. All right. So, okay, so here's a fucking issue, right? Oh my God, dude, this is fucked up. So supposedly, Campos made a call at 9:59 inside the stairwell is kind of one of the narratives that we were going with, because that was the time that was logged. And I believe one of the timelines that Lombardo was throwing out there was at 9:59, there was a call logged that Campos made, and it was supposedly in the stairwell on the other side of the door. Right. So he couldn't get in the fuck door, didn't know what it was, made a fuck phone call. Where'd that phone call go? Because obviously that's not what we're hearing right here. What we're hearing right here is we're hearing the foyer call. And he's not saying anything before that. So that's, to me, that's a fucking issue. Right. That tells me, that he was in the foyer making this fucking call. So what is this 9:59 shit? Where'd the 9:59? What is that? Like, I know where it came from, but what is it? Is it? I mean, and I hate to do this, man, because I know everyone disagrees with me on this shit, but like, I want to say he was in that foyer at 9:59. I just want to say it. From everything I'm fucking reading, that's what it fucking tells me. But everyone disagrees with that. And if he's up there at 9:59, yeah, he heard a fucking drill going off. He wasn't hearing gunfire at that time. He heard a fucking drill. You might want to go to the floor above or below to try and catch the guy in the stairwell. So did he tell this to Campos? Did he say this to fucking Campos? Was that where Campos was heading at that point when he started walking down that hallway? Is that he was going to go up and down a floor trying to look for a fucking dude in the stairwell? I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't move the fucking needle. It's something that's kind of going to itch the back of my fucking brain for a while. Thinking somebody's putting brackets on all of them. So I said, I'm on my way up. I just got up from let's see. They say where the drill noise come from. He said it sounded like it was coming from the back of the stairwell door. All right. That's not what Campos said in any of his interviews at all. So I don't know about that. So let's see. Why would he say that? Like, why would Alsbury be saying this? Because Alsbury's got legal counsel, so obviously Alsbury was coached in what to say. And I'm sure Campos was at some point, but Campos is more of a loose cannon, I think, than this guy. With the legal counsel and all that shit. But why would Why would this guy lie about this? Like, is there a fucking motive for lying about this, liability wise, as far as the casino goes? Saying that Campos said he heard it from the back of the stairwell door and not in the room. I guess it makes sense, right? Because we're trying to sit here. If you're a legal counsel for Mandalay Bay, you're trying to say that Campos had absolutely, there was nothing he could do. Didn't know anything about what was going on. Had no fucking clue. Was just a dummy that was a bystander. If he thought he heard drilling coming from the back of the stairwell door, well then, yeah, obviously he didn't think anything was fishy about 135 at all whatsoever until he got shot. So I guess that would fit into a narrative as far as the hotel trying to cover up that, you know, Campos was up there at some time and it was possible that Campos, you know, somehow, you know, had some sort of involvement in this event starting. Or not involvement, but that's a bad term. That the presence of Campos being up there may have started this event. Put it that way. So I got up out of there, you know, out of my office, started heading up, called my engineer, Shuck. Hey, look, I need you to meet me up here. I got a guy bracketing a door. Shuck said copy, it was en route. I got the elevator at beach level. The elevator takes you up to 32nd floor. I hit 32nd floor, stopped on casino. And so I guessed there. And I'm like getting ready to tell him, hey, look, you got to take the next one, right? Because we're going, you know, to trying to find this guy, right? The next thing you know, 3 security managers, 2 Metro cops come running in. And they're like, you know, and I'd already had 30 seconds. And they're like, you know, oh, there's a shooter up there on the 32nd floor. And I said, a shooter? I'm on my way up there for somebody bracketing a door. All right. So that was Barson Hendricks. Did he say they were cops? Am I getting this wrong? Yeah, 2 Metro cops. Okay. So Barson Hendricks. All right. That checks out. So we, you know, shut the door shut, you know, they're getting ready because we're going up. Doors open. I was trying to call out the radio, let Shuck know, hey, look, you know, I'm guessing Shuck. It could be someone, yeah, but I'm guessing it's Shuck. Let's see, get out of there. I don't know if it went through because being in the elevator in the core is kind of a real dead area. Doors open up on 32. No. Well, doors open up on 31 first, and the Metro officers got out, kind of turned back, and because we're going to try to get into the stairwell. Okay. Doors open, you know, doors shut, go back up 32, doors open up, we come out the elevator, and just we're coming out of the elevator core. So I'm guessing one of these Campos are coming around the 100 wing, and Campos kind of holding, I'm not sure. I could be wrong on what those redactions are. The security officer, I'm guessing this has got to be Campos, right? So this Shuck and Campos, the security officer are coming around the 100 wing. Shuck kind of holding Campos, maybe. I don't know. Right. You know, because he had gotten shot in the back of the leg, which we found out. But so as soon as we got up there, you know, they came around the corner. They're like, hey, look, somebody's shooting down the hallway. And you could hear what sounded like full auto. So they got out of the hallway while the shooting was still going on, according to this. Full auto rifle. Okay, can you hear it in the elevator area? Yeah. You're all the way down from the center core. So if it's that fucking loud, see, this is like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck? This is a problem I have with Campos, period, man. Like, how could you think that you were shot with a fucking pellet gun that sounds like a fucking jackhammer that you can hear from the center core of this building, man? I mean, I guess the shock or whatever, the adrenaline dump. I don't fucking know, man. But that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I know a lot of the sound is going to be blocked. Yeah, but no, it's not, because you could argue the sound is being blocked by the door, right? Those rooms are pretty well soundproof. But if it's getting blocked by the door, this fucking guy wouldn't be saying, "Yeah, I could hear it from the fucking center core," and you wouldn't have Shuck saying in his statement it sounded like a fucking jackhammer. You know, not drilling, but. Again, Campos fucked up, man. He's the worst witness we got here. Kind of backed up in the elevator core area so that they're not in direct line of sight of the hallway, because it was the room. They said, it was the end room, the 35 room. Right. Oops. Fuck, what'd I do? Yeah, I hit the wrong fuck button. All right, so we kind of backed up. And I do, yeah. Everything's good. So kind of backed in, noticed that he had pant leg up, noticed that there was a bullet hole, so you could tell it was a bullet hole. It looked like a smaller caliber 22, 223. Got them back in there, kind of, made sure they're okay. Hey, look, Campbell said, I'm guessing, I felt something hit my, Shuck. Felt something hit my back, I'm checking him, making sure there's no holes, any blood. I mean, everything looks good. I didn't see anything. He said maybe it was drywall or ricochet. It must have been drywall, I'm guessing. Or to my memory of this, in that hallway where Shuck was, nothing was really hit around him. Very close. There was some stuff across the hallway that was hit, and I believe like a painting was hit. Or one of the pictures. They're god awful pictures up on the walls, and I guess it could have been a piece of that or something. Fucking nailed him. I don't know. I never understood what fucking hit him, because nothing really hit very close to him. At least not in the same little area there he was in. It's just things were hitting in the hallway all around him. Whatever it was, it never punctured skin or the uniform. Made sure he was good. Got him around the corner. They're kind of looking at get some Campos. Metro and 2 Metro officers and 3 security managers started working their way down the hallway, and I'm trying to explain to them how the room is set up. And they asked for my keys, because my keys are super keys. They like master keys. They open every room pretty much. They'll let you in any room. So I was giving them my keys. A couple of security officers had come up. We're telling them to stay back. Then they start clearing the rooms. Let's see. The room's on the way down, but we didn't hear. We just assumed we got out of the elevator. We heard maybe him emptying out one round or full clip of ammo. So what is he saying? So what we got here? So I was giving him my keys. Yeah. So is this the security? He's giving keys, or is this Metro? Because Metro's up there. We have a timeline issue. Kind of looking at 2 Metro officers and 3 security managers start working their way down the hallway. And I'm trying to explain to him how the room is set up. And no, that didn't happen. That did not happen. That fucking straight up didn't fucking happen, bro. It's not at all what happened. The
direction I'm shooting is probably the people, so look out for that. Is he shooting on his bike? He was. That's how I
see, you do have some security guards, I guess, in the hall. Looks like armed guys in black suits, but I think that's who that is. Shuck should already be out of the hallway. I don't know where Shuck went.
Hey Zeus, yeah, just passenger elevators, we can stop the
What room is the number?
135.
This fucking guy.
Very end.
Jesus.
The double doors on the very end.
Ballsiest motherfucker on that floor, dude. He don't give a shit.
Go ahead.
But yeah, they weren't clearing rooms at this point. And the shooting's already stopped. So we definitely have a timeline issue there. These dudes did not clear rooms. I don't know why he would be saying that in that order. Because the two cops came up there, did not start clearing the rooms. They didn't start clearing the rooms till much later. Dream's on the way down, but we didn't hear. Unless he's talking about... No, because he's already got two Metro officers up there, right? So he's talking about these two guys. So they're up there. So with the timeline, they're up there. This is 10:18. The shooting is stopped. So I was giving him my keys. I don't remember him giving the keys, but maybe I missed that on some of the dialogue there. We're telling them stay back. So they start clearing the room now, the rooms. The rooms on the way down, but we didn't hear. We just as soon as we got out of the elevator, we heard maybe him emptying one round. Okay, so he's going back in time. So this timeline's broken. So he's saying just as soon as we got out of the elevator, who's we? Because he dropped everybody off on the 31st. So is he saying when he got off on the 31st floor, he heard the gunfire still going off? I mean, I think he was up there on 32. He should have been up there on 32 when the gunfire was still going too. So he's up there for, it looks like, one volley. Two volleys. That's what it sounds like here. If I put this together right. But yeah, he's going in different timelines. So the officers are up there. So afterwards, he's telling them what happened before the officers got up there. Okay, so that's where that gets kind of shitty. I keep the narrative going, man. Fucking. Let's see, rounds going through. It's dead silence as far as gunfire from that room. Security started clearing the rooms. Bringing people down. More Metro came up, and by the time they were probably 3/4 of the way down, the hallway the SWAT team came up. They finished clearing. We were helping direct the guests around the 200, down the 200 wing. Okay, so I brought them down 200 wing to the service elevator, it sounds like. But security didn't start clearing the rooms. I don't think I've ever watched a video where security was clearing the rooms. It was the Metro. It's clearing the rooms, I believe. But, that's just whatever. Who cares? With all this fucking stupid shit these people say, it's like, it's not that big of a deal. So the officers were wearing tan uniform, normal patrol uniform. Not that green thing, not like SWAT, no. No, they had said they were here because of a couple of hookers. Okay, so he's talking about Varson Hendricks. Let's see, so what, the officers went up in the elevator with you. Okay, so he's talking about Varson Hendricks. Were they on another call, different call exactly? And then everything started coming in across the radio from what I understand. I forgot, out of the elevator, did you look down the hall by chance towards our room? Suspect room, we'll call it. After my guys got around the corner, yeah, I did look down the hall. Did you see anything? Just all shut doors. Okay. No, there was no people in the hallway. No, I mean, everything was shut. Shut doors, everything else. Okay, did you take any action after they're back? And you You check for injuries, take any kind of action, locking doors downstairs or anything like that. So I called my locksmith. We shut down the elevators that go to that floor just because we didn't want, especially Metro, didn't want anyone coming up and being surprised. Okay. So it sounds like they didn't lock out the rooms, according to this guy. Let's see, anybody. So we shut all the elevators down, center core. We did leave service elevator still running, right? But we had a guy, another engineer stationed down there, and a security officer. So we were trying to funnel all the guests down to that elevator, right, to get them out of harm's way. So you say, did you stay on what floor? I was on 36th floor the whole time. Okay, this is him, Salisbury. So what the fuck? We'll go into Sottle next. Because Sottle, I think, is where things get fucking stupid. I SWAT through the thing when they blew the door open and everything. Yeah. Do you remember anything? Campos, say anything about what had happened? Was the one that was by the elevator. Okay, so who was security? I'm sorry, my engineer. I'm guessing Chuck. I don't know. I don't want to decipher all that because I don't really care that much about what he's saying here. He was at the stairwell. He had talked to me. He said he heard gunfire. He thought maybe somebody had shot through the peephole. Okay, he's talking about Campos. At him. And he said he was hit in the leg. He got hit in the leg. I guess he had ducked into one of the little alcoves in the room. Alcoves where the doors are. Was coming down the hallway. He said he saw, and the look on his face, get cover. So he's talking about Shuck there. Campos and Shuck's interaction. Had already been shot when Shuck got there, as far as I understand. Yes, okay. Yes, he'd already been shot in the leg when Shuck had gotten there, I'm guessing. Okay, and do you know if was Shuck? I don't know, man. If he's asking it again, was Shuck there when Campos got shot? I believe he showed up right after. Holy shit, it's getting cold out here. All right, after. Okay. And do you remember, did he tell you, if you remember, that if anyone else was on that floor that they obviously saw walking around, guess-wise, yes, they didn't say anything. Nor any, non-employee or non-Metro. Well, Redacted, from what Redacted told me, was that when he was walking down the hallway to head to the stairwell to check the door, that he did see Redacted until he didn't see Redacted until he got close. He got up to where one of those alcoves were, and Redacted was leaning against the alcove, and that's where he saw. Okay, so I'm guessing Campos. So he's saying Chuck didn't see anybody. He said, hey, get cover. Gotcha. Did you hear anything from that room, suspect room? Did you hear any voices? Blah, blah, blah. I was 100 yards away from it. I never heard anything. Okay, to witness Metro evacuating rooms. So he doesn't mention, but we see it on cam, but he doesn't mention yelling at the person down the hallway. They did see somebody in that hallway. Some lady, they say ma'am. So we're not misgendering people. Let's see. Did you say any guests with firearms or anything like that? I didn't see any. I saw a lot of guests, none with firearms, none that were noticeable. Do you have any questions? Yeah, a couple. Can't talk and type very well. So when you come up to the core elevator bank, you know, center core table is. Yes. Between the wings. Is that you were initially okay? So this is a different. Someone else asking. Did you go there and did you see, I'm guessing, whatever, I'm guessing Campbell's and Chuck, where are you? Yeah, I mean, I know that area very well. So the elevators, they're face. Okay. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but dude, this guy's statement's fucking a mess. It's not as bad as some of the other ones, but he does have some screwball things he's doing. And as soon as you come out of there, when you're in the separate, that common area, right, exactly, and you turn left, right, or left, as soon as you walk in there, those fire doors, those two doors, maybe that's when he came around the corner. Okay, so I'd barely gotten out the elevator core into the center core. Those aren't fire doors, but whatever. So I've barely gotten out the center core, but you're in the center core where the table is, yes. Okay, they're just describing the center core. They see Campbell's Chuck come towards you, yes. And what they say, somebody's shooting down the hallway. Okay. Let's see. Hey, when the elevators, I think you said open on the 31st. Mm-hmm. Did any of the cops leave or they all stayed? They walked out and they turned back around and came back in. What? No, they didn't. Fuck no, they didn't. They walked out, turned back around and came back in. No, they didn't. We have an issue here. No, they fucking didn't. What the fuck are you saying, bro? Unless... Oh, because he didn't bring anybody else up there. He stayed up there the whole time. So what the fuck are you saying? Hendricks and Varson did not come back in. So he got a call from his office. He ran to the hallway, beach level, core. Didn't really run. Kind of walked fast. Didn't run. Okay, well, what point do you know the shooter, right? Exactly. You didn't know the shooter exactly. How long would you say it took you to call? Time got upstairs 3 to 5 minutes. So I have this. It's records from the hot sauce. It shows the call from 32nd floor at 10:10. Wait, what? It's records from the hot sauce that shows the call to the 32nd floor at 10:10. Would that have been what? It was, yeah. It was entered at 10:10. What? What are you saying? What are you saying? And what's Allsbury got to do with the fucking hot sauce alarm? What the? What is this? It's records from the hot sauce. It shows the call to the 32nd floor at 10:10. So the hot sauce alarm was somehow the call that went down. It logged the call. That's I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird. Is it dispatcher? I don't fucking get that, dude. I don't know what he's talking about. I honestly don't. I'm confused. She entered it because, yeah, if I remember correctly, I called him over the radio. I probably said, can you make a work order for it? Okay. Okay, and dispatch. So, because if I remember correctly, okay, so here's something, right? When I called him over the radio, I probably said, can you make a work order for it? So is that what they're talking about being logged at 10:10? At 10:10. So, God, I have to go back and look at now the snowball's into Varson Hendricks. So I got to see if he was with Varson Hendricks at 10:10. And if he actually said that, which I remember that body cam being really hard to see what's being said on the radio. But so 10:10, okay. So made a work order. Somehow that got mixed up with the hot sauce alarm. I don't fucking understand what the hell that's about. And dispatch, you so you would have talked to him a little bit before this then. Okay, talk to. I don't know, redacted would have been this after. Yes, this was probably within a few minutes. Okay, so he's saying that this person probably wouldn't have wrote it down right away. So could have been earlier than 10:10. Makes sense, I guess. Like I said, I have to watch Varston Hendricks to see what the time frame is on that. Yeah, it was either me that said make a work order or Shuck maybe that said make a work order. But usually I do, but sometimes the engineers do too. So I'm guessing talking Shuck there. But I think you probably called, I'm guessing Shuck before this, a few minutes before. And there's nothing that would show up, no records like other records of when you're actually calling, because it's just your radios, right? So trying to get a timeline on Shuck here. Yeah. So it's like, no, unless there's time-stamped radio recordings, then it wouldn't show up. So he doesn't even know if if the radios are time-stamped, which I guess it's good to know that, they could be, but this guy don't fucking know. Okay. And that's, okay. So this must cause report says 100 wing leading to the stairwell. Door's got an L-sharp bracket, so you can't use the door. Please check out. So this would have been you telling, okay, so they do have a work order for it after the fact, and that must be the 10:10 thing. Yeah, right after I got off the phone with Shuck, I'm guessing. Okay, that makes sense to me. Cool. That's all I have. Good. Is there anything else we haven't gone over? You talked, might help your investigation. I was up there the whole time, saw them clearing the rooms, getting everybody out. Never once did somebody come out of that room. Yeah. Okay. We do see that on camera, so that's fine. 35, 34 room that the adjoiner never saw. And we were kind of looking down the hallway, right? Every once in a while because it got quiet. And we didn't really know what was going on. I mean, up until they blew the door off and everything else. I was up there the whole time. And guns. I mean, it sounds like guns pretty well. I was a FFL dealer. Yeah. Okay. I sold guns. So you said you hear one clip, then you hear another clip. Do you hear any other, what might sound like anything other than a fully auto? Like a single shot? Yeah. I did not hear that. So I wonder if they're asking about the tank shots. Whether that was, I mean, I just know what I said. God, sucks reading back how people talk. Whatever happened then when the door's blown off, I don't know for sure. I'm familiar with it with semi-auto, full auto, bump fire. I'm familiar with all that. If the guy had bump fire, he was good because I've messed with him before. Right. And I'm nowhere near efficient. I mean, it sounded like a full auto that. It just got a little bit of a pause, maybe a couple seconds, and it started again. So it almost would have felt like it would have, I mean, from one clip, you can tell how many quick on reloading the second. On reloading, yes. Right, okay. This is obviously, well, not obviously, but it appeared to be like two separate clips from what I heard. It's like a pause. Yeah, it wasn't like one took over from the next kind of thing. All right, yeah. There was some kind of pause. A little bit of pause. Okay. Yeah, don't care about the pause. Not giving a shit about that. Who is this? Who are we talking to here? Let's see. The interview's been conducted inside Vidara. Oh, God. Is this Campos? I ain't going through Campos again. No, it's not Campos. Summary. Garrett McCamey was unable to attend. Yeah, so apparently this guy's not that important. I know we just discussed this prior to recording, but can you go ahead and give me your date of birth again? Yeah, I don't care. Okay, currently employed at Manly Bay. Who are you hiding? That's interesting. Okay, what's your job title there? Okay, and were you currently working October 1st? Yes. Okay, and what hours you're working that night? 3 to 11 p.m. Okay. Well, maybe their shifts are 3 to 11 then. Maybe Campbell's had another hour, man. Maybe he was on till 11. Could be. They could be have a switch up from 10 to 11 where the night shift comes on at, or the graveyard shift comes on at 10, and the other shift gets off at 11. Makes sense. Okay, and during the course of that shift, what were your duties for the day? My position was actually on the hot sauce position as security dispatcher. You want me to elaborate on hot sauce? And great if you could. Hot sauce system. So, were they hiding this guy too? Was this guy being hidden in the Vidara just like Campos? Were they chilling? Were they roommates for a short time? That's interesting. Let's see. So this is actually kind of interesting. I don't think I ever even realized that they had multiple people come from the interviewed at the Vidara. I don't think I've ever even paid attention to that. Depending on the door, gets latch. They'll usually knock on an announcer sells that they're security. If somebody comes, they'll just let them know, hey, I just want to make sure you know your door's ajar. If not, then usually just pull on the door, make sure that it clicks. A lot of times you can hear the clicking sound. Makes sense. Swing shift. I know the other shifts, they'll just say, it's taken care of. All the rooms are secure, whether I'm done or whether I'm done. Give me a next batch of hot sauce. I know Graveyard does that a lot. For swing shift, we actually ask the officers if security officer closed it, if the doors was already locked or closed, if the guest closed or the guest was open. Let's see. Night of the 1st, my understanding is Campos was sent up to do several hot sauce checks. All right, well, maybe we'll get something out of this. Maybe we will. Is that correct? Correct. Okay, dispatched by another person. You or another person. My recollection is, so I get a log entry ready with the hot sauce rooms, and then I believe I'm the one sending it out over the radio saying for him to call us to 1021 dispatch pretty much to retrieve those because there's multiple rooms. So instead of tying up radio traffic, I told him to call us so he can do it via the phone. Okay, so they're not texting him? You recall doing this with him? I don't believe I actually gave him when he called those hot sauce rooms. I don't recall, but I don't believe I actually gave him those rooms. Okay, I did the log entry, the initial one. So you took care of the log entry, yeah, and then I told him to call dispatch. Okay, and do you recall what time specifically on the 32nd floor, room 129? Do you remember that dispatch? As in the log entry. Fuck. Let's see. I get involved in this. As far as when the alarm's generated, whenever you did it with your log entry. So, like, I'm going through the hot sauce. I really don't look at the actual rooms because they're just flowing in. I know because I guess I recalled 3 days after the fact that I was the guy that sent him there. So I did pull up the log entry to review it, I guess, just to make sure that I actually was the one that created it. I guess for my own peace of mind, or whatever you want to call it. So let's see. So I believe it made it's a log entry I recall from time period. So what I did was the last officer that comes back from lunch is usually 9:30. Okay, so I believe I made so what I go through is pretty much getting most of the time. There's 3 officers in Manly Bay Tower. I'm guessing 100, 200, 300 wing. There's 2 officers in Delano. So Delano, top floor, is the last one to get back from lunch. What? So I think it was like approximately. Okay, so it's not 100, 200, 300 wing, then I guess it sounds like it's the elevator banks, right? So what? It's like 1 to 14, I think, and then 15 to whatever, and then like 30 something up. If I remember right, how the elevator banks work, I'm guessing. I don't know. That's the way I always thought it was, but they were saying like he was assigned to the 100 wing, so I don't fucking know. So I think it was just like approximately 9:15ish. Or so I started creating log entries, getting those ready for the officers. So I believe the report says 9:18 was when he got those alarms. But this guy, I don't think is going to give us any more context other than that. A lot of officers actually just clear it out, not even send them out. So, all right. So that explains it, man. I don't know. LVSA is probably not listening to this, but that explains it, right? And that makes a lot of sense to me, man. A lot of times it sounds like they just fucking clear them. They don't give a shit. We got a door open on all these floors. Fuck it. Clear them out. Get rid of them. Make it look like we did our job. Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying. So I thought this from the beginning. The hot sauce is not something they take very seriously. And that's just what this guy's admitting right here, which is kind of interesting. Because I don't know if he has legal counsel here. He probably doesn't, to be saying shit like this. Because I would think that would be an insurance issue. I'm actually one of the few that I guess do the last run around. I try to do it like around 10 o'clock or so. So when the next shift gets on, they don't have the whole list that they're getting to. So I was creating those. I was waiting for the last officer to get back from lunch. So what I do is, I guess, habit, OCD, whatever you want to call it. There's a button on top where I actually hit, and it's a now button. So it timestamps it now whenever I send the calls out or call on the radio for them to call. Because they all have a pipe run to or a ProTrack. So for them to try to keep that, I guess, in sync for management, I guess I just get in the habit of doing that. So usually before I do that, I go through all the entries and get the time now. Okay. I don't want to get into all that fucking babble. I want to go into, let's see, so SOTL's PDF 11, page 103. I want to go into SOTL. Page 103. Oh, it's one of the last ones, huh? There it is. By the way, thanks for giving me that. That was Chimp, right? Yeah, it was you. Thanks for giving me that. Okay, do you got legal counsel? Also present FBI, special agent, 2 special agents. Force investigation, no. He doesn't have legal counsel, it looks like. Also present, interview, special agent. That's weird, though, that they don't just got Campos up in the Vidara. They got the dude who sent him the hot sauce that night. I didn't realize that before. Malika and something from the MGM. So there's somebody from the MGM on this one. Okay, so and what is the date on this? Because this is going to be a clusterfuck. I already know. It's been a long time since I've read this, but I remember it being a real clusterfuck. 10/12, so this is a couple weeks after. And I was told this is SOTL. Okay, I appreciate you coming. So obviously, we got some questions reference the event that happened 10/1, okay? And from my understanding that you're working that night, is that correct? That's correct. And what's your position here in Mandalay Bay? Okay, redacted. Don't know why they redact that. Signed to swing shift. Okay, so You were working that night on October 1st. Yes, I was. Okay. Do you recall what happened that night in your own words? Well, around 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., approximately, we found 2 prostitutes. Good for you, man. Proud of you. Recognized prostitutes in a bar on the casino floor, Mizuya Lounge. Oh, shit, the sushi lounge. We escorted the 2 women to our holding room, the casino security office. Dude, that was a prostitute they had in there? Handcuffed? That didn't look like a prostitute, but okay, whatever, dude. We escorted 2 women to our holding room, the casino security office, where we did pat-down searches on them. They had a false ID on both of them and also regular ID. I made a phone call for Metro to show. I'm going to guess probably around 9:20 hours. I'm sorry, around 9:40. Metro arrived. We went to... Oh my God, I'm dreading this. See, so they started working it, and they made a decision that they were going to class 2 arrest them. Oh, come on. Leave the prostitutes alone. Both of them, they began to do the paperwork. I'm going to, you're not recording times because you don't know what's going to happen, right? So I'm going by guesstimate, a good guesstimate. I'm going to say about 21 or 2,200 hours. Now, radio transmission came over. Metro Officer Hendricks, radio, shots fired, festival lot across from the Luxor. Officer Hendricks looks at me and said, did you hear that? I said, yeah, that's right across the street. And right after, I said over Metro's radio again, headed to Mandalay Bay. Okay. And it was like, basically everybody went, oh shit. And then ran out of the CSO towards casino floor. I know where that area is. The CSO security office, whatever. Yeah, I was told to actually go there. It's like a nondescript door too, man. You never even fucking know it's there. It's behind a Starbucks. It's just down a freaking random hallway. I didn't know it was there. Someone had to guide me there. Actually, to be honest, it was Hunter that guided me there, and I think I was actually on the phone with him when he did it, because he had to tell me exactly where to go for that. My intention was to head towards the Dragon Falls on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Mandalay Bay Road. Okay, that's their little setup they got out front. That Featherstone and Beeson, I think, ran through that. Okay, because that would have been logical entry from the festival lot if they're heading to Mandalay Bay. So my intention was to go out the tram doors and start heading in that direction. But as we hit the crafts tables, our radio transmission came from our security officer who was patrolling the hotel at the time. His radio transmission was, I don't know why they redacted that. Shots fired, 32nd floor, 100 wing. I think I've been hit. As soon as we heard that, I yelled at Hendrickson said, elevators, shots fired on elevators. So we ran, we grabbed an elevator. My Officer Hendricks with Metro, his trainee, which I don't know the name. It was our first day, and myself, we were in the elevator heading up to 32. When we hit around 23rd, 25th floor, radio traffic came on, seeing shots fired on 31st floor. So I pushed the 31st button. Oh, shit. I got to go back and watch that, man. Was he on that fucking elevator? Because I don't even fucking remember him being on that elevator. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for, though. And 32 was obviously pressed already. We're all going to 32. Doors open on 32. Blake and the training Metro officer got off on the 31st floor. Okay. Me and Hendricks got off on the 32nd floor. When we got off the 32nd floor, we heard active shooting still going on. Hold on. So Hendricks was with you on 32nd? Uh-huh. He left his trainee on the 31st. Okay, so that's where I do remember enough to know that's bullshit. I mean, why are you lying, bro? Like, why would you say this shit? Like, why would you say this? I don't understand why you would say this at all. I don't get it. I mean, that's just not true. That didn't happen. That did not fucking happen. Not in that way at all. That's bullshit. So what else this motherfucker got to say? Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the guy also went out there and made it sound like he was talking in the, he was talking down there in the valet, like Paddock came out of the room and actually started spraying down the hallway. Yeah, this guy's a fucking loon. Then the elevator doors open. We heard active semi-fire. I was basically making gunfire noises. Man. Chip, if you're still in here, if you can tell me where to find the Varston Hendricks video, what drop that is on LVSA's site, that would definitely help out right now. Because it's been so long since I've watched that one. Because I hate watching those two. It was basically making gunfire noises. We turned the wing because the 100 wing, when you come out, the elevator bank was on the right. Yeah, it is. We turned the wing. I hugged the wall at center core. He hugged the right wall. And there was an active shooting going on in the room approximately 2 minutes more. About 2 minutes more, there was still gunfire going on. Then it got quiet. That was it. Done. And then myself and Officer Hendricks with our weapons drawn on the room, way down the hallway now. Come on, man. Come on. Really? You're a fucking hero, bro. We maintained our position to confine the room. Hopefully nobody would be coming out. And then we waited. And I'm going to say about 3 or 4 minutes later, some uniformed Metro cops started showing up, gathered in the center core. Center core would be middle of the 3 wings coming in. The elevator bank. Armor started to arrive, long guns, and then armor set up in front. 2 officers laying on the floor with rifles, drawn in one room, one in the left, one in the right. And then, so am I getting this all wrong, dude? Because I could be. I very well could be, dude. I could be all fucked up on this. I said, this was not my thing back in the day. I never really paid too much attention to Varston Hendricks and all these fucking knuckleheads because I knew this was bullshit. Everyone was always bitching about this. Is this fucking dude in the hallway? Is that Sottle? Is that him? I'm not really sure. That's what it sounds like. Although he's saying he was right here where the cops were. Or are right now. And that looks like what Sottle was wearing. To my memory. Yeah, is Sottle the dipshit in the hallway right here? I'm not really sure about that. Not really sure about that. Again, I never really cared about these fucking guys. This guy is like reported. I remember when I first read it and I first read that first part, I was like, okay, I'm going to discount this altogether. I'm not going to read through it. And so, like, I know I read through it at some point, but I kind of just said, this guy's just lying. So why even bother trying to fact check any of this? But now, whatever. And then we waited. Now I'm going to say 3 or 4 minutes later, uniformed Metro cops started gathering center core, middle 3 wings coming in from the elevator bank. Armor started to arrive, long guns. Armor set up in front. 2 officers laying on the floor with their rifles drawn. Well, it's 1 officer, but all right. On the room. 1 left, 1 on the right. And then after a while, decision was made to try to start evacuate the rooms from that active shooter wing. Yeah, like I said, I never took this one seriously, but I don't know. I don't even know why I'm reading it now. During this time, Armor was in front. I was behind the Metro officers who were given keys. We were given a key already to open the guest rooms. So guest room doors all the way down go 2 on each 2 on each side, 2 and 2 on each side until you get to the end, which is a suite 135 room. So they start at the beginning, opening this one, yelling, going in. Metro, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Nobody was in that room, if I remember right. This one had a person in the room, so he must be pointing to something, pointing to a map or something. Then they went across. Then we started hopping. We started hopping 4 rooms at a time. On the hop, as you were going down the wing, approximately, I would say between 15 and 20 guests were evacuated, including a mom who had left the infant in a room alone. The baby was probably about 1 or 2.5 years old. She was in the room across the hallway. And then she ran across with Metro. Get the baby out of the room. Sergeant Matchko, he was in front of me. So, you're jumping big time here, man. I guess he's just racing down this whole thing. Because I'm trying to remember how that all went down with what he's saying. I'm trying to remember when they got her out of that room. And I believe they breached first. She was after the breach, I believe. So it's like, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be fucking, I don't know. Most of the stuff I've forgotten. I don't fucking remember half of this shit. But I did watch that the other day, and I think it was after. She ran across with Metro. Yeah, okay. Who cares? He actually grabbed the child, the mom, and ran the baby down for protection because the body armor, center core. The mom get them to safety, and then came back. Approximately, I'm going to say, between 2230, 2240. SWAT arrives. I mean, my logical guess. Yeah, you're fucking not logical. You fucking idiot. Okay, because they were the last ones. And then I heard over Metro's radio, SWAT on the 31st floor, 100 wing stairwell. And I knew SWAT was on 32 because I was there. Yeah, well, there's more than one SWAT, dipshit. SWAT started going by me. We started evacuating rooms around the 120 room, approximately 32120. So yeah, dude, you're fuck me. So you're going back in time, bro, because she was all the way down the fucking hallway, and you're talking about only being at 120. You fucking dipshit. That was where the evacuation were put on the hall. Because they felt they were getting too close. Everything was maintained there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got her out after the fucking breach. That's what I thought. Everything was maintained there. Time went by, and the SWAT officer came up the 100 wing stairwell from 31 with a shield, put a charge on the door. It's a double door. Fuck, man. I keep doubting myself on this shit because they're saying something completely fucking different. It's only the one with the handle, the right side opens. Okay, this one's a dummy. You could take it off the lock, but it's a dummy. He put the charge on the dummy door, retreated back to the stairwell. Time went by, and then Sergeant Matchko turned around and yelled at me, "Cover your ears." And I covered my ears. So since he's talking in past tense, he probably didn't know who Matchko was at the time, but now he does. I'm guessing. About a full minute went by because it felt like a long time before, and then boom, the door's breached. I wonder if this guy actually was like one of these LVMPD guys that ended up being MGM. So I know a lot of times they hire from the LVMPD for their security. And then SWAT came up out of the 100 wing hallway off, also 32nd, 100 wing floor. I already gave them the description of the room, and the room was a living room when they were making entry. Everyone gave a description, damn it, apparently, if this is actually true. With the bedroom, bathroom. Actually, yeah, he gave them a description, so he's not talking about giving Levi the actual description. With the bedroom, bathrooms, all blah, blah, whatever. This guy's really grinding my shit. So the SWAT team went in. One team went to the right. One team went to the left. How the fuck do you know? Was he in there on the breach? They were yelling, Metro, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Then one officer came back out of the room. But I thought you were in the room, bro. Like, you fucking know what's going on. I mean, I guess you could see it down the hallway, maybe. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know. This guy's acting like he was actually in there. And one officer came back out of the room, went like this, which to me it's done. And that's the way it ended. Doesn't mention a second breach, huh? Okay, and the rest was basically clear. The rest of the evacuations of the remaining rooms in the 100 wing, which would have been when we got 129, 130 with the baby and all that shit, which, yeah, you're talking way out of order here. On the same floor. And then after that, I departed. The casino floor, started helping with the evacuation of property. Okay, so when you guys arrive, let me go back to you're down in the basement. It's about 10 o'clock. You guys hear the 434 calls coming out over Hendrix radio. You start to respond from about that time. How long do you think to your action on the 32nd floor? How much time do you think passed? 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, then. Of course, we were running. Okay, we weren't walking. We were running. From the time we left security office, which is on the casino level. It's on the basement. It's on the casino level. It's by the arena. By the time we left CSO and got the craps tables, then diverted to go to the elevator, and we didn't wait too long for the elevator because I remember, like, you know, when it's an emergency, it feels like it takes forever for a fucking elevator. Okay. But in this circumstance, we got the elevator very quick, and we were on our way up quick. And the only delay we had on the way up was stopping at 31 because of the call over the radio, shots fired on 31. Really? Really, though? I don't know. You can't hear that fucking radio in that elevator. It's kind of crazy, but I don't know. Otherwise, we would have been on 32 even sooner. Well, we got 32, and we exited. Me and Hendrix exited the elevator. That's about a good 2 minutes. Maybe a little bit more of active fire still coming from that. Fuck me, man. Is he mistaken like Hendrix for Halsbury? Like, that's the only thing that makes sense here, dude. But no, I said he left his partner on the other floor. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, like I said, dude, fuck this guy. I just never really fucking put much into this fucking guy. So that's a lot. Okay. Up on the way up, did you hear any more radio transmissions coming from, I guess, Campos? What he thought he'd been shot or any of that information? No. All I remember, all the radio traffic was that there was a call from our dispatch saying shots fired in the Crystal Room. Okay. So dispatch called that in. Why did they think there were shots fired from the Crystal Room? Why was that a thing? Who called that in? Where did that generate from? I can't even imagine. Crystal Rooms are high limits, play for cards and roulette, what we call Pit 18. And it's also known as Crystal Room. That's the other thing that came by was shots fired in the Crystal Room. I'm not sure because there was another shots fired, and I think they said the 4th floor, but I'm not sure on that one. Crystal Room, I'm sure. Yeah, but a couple people said that happened. So I'm thinking crystal room actually happened, and we do hear it on the body cam. So where the fuck that generate from? Who was shooting on the? Who was saying they were shooting on the crystal room? That's weird. It's weird. But shots fired at 31. I think later at the crystal room time, shots fired on the 4th floor, because I remember looked Sergeant Match going. I went, excuse my language. I went, what the fuck is going on, man? And then because we had that, and now allegedly that, and now allegedly right below us, and now allegedly a fourth, if I remember that right, like what the hell's going on here, man? And then that was it. Okay, so 3 or 4 minutes, get up to the tower. You guys get up there, and you have about 2 more minutes of active gunfire when you arrived on 32nd floor, and you encountered, guessing, I don't know, Campos, whatever. When I arrived on 32nd floor, I was so zoned, okay, that I don't remember what I saw except getting to that wing and keeping my eye on that door. So I might have been there, or he might have been running down another hallway. The only other person that was there, besides an engineer, was one of my officers, because I had him scribe for you guys for Metro, for all the evacuated guests coming out of the rooms, their names and their room number. So he was making the scribe for Metro on evacuating people off that wing. Okay, so they did have a record of everybody that came out of the rooms. That's cool. So they did that part right. Okay, that's the only person I remember on the wing. I mean, on the floor, that was I don't know, whatever, and the engineer. Do you remember 2 armed security officers going up with you as well? Maybe they were later on, but they were not with me on the wing. Bro, he's like handing you the narrative, and you're just dropping the fucking ball, man, because that's who was in that elevator. 2 guys that got off on 31. Okay. Again, I got to watch Barson Hendricks again, man, because, I mean, this fucking guy. Let's see. So I'm watching this way. I'm not paying attention to what's going on. So they probably arrived maybe after. Mm-hmm. You already up? Okay. So you don't recall seeing... no contact with him? No, because you're focused on what's going on. Yeah, as soon as I come out of the room, active fire going on. Okay, I knew it was 100 wing, so I know it's to the right, and my main thing is to get me to safety, even though it's cover, right, to make sure, for my protection of my life, okay, to make sure to get me to safety. So I ran right to the left wall. So... yeah, that could be him. All right, so that could be him in the hallway. I don't know when he came up here, though, because he's not telling the truth about the elevator. And I had my eyeball on my weapon door, okay, just maintaining, okay, to make sure it was contained, hopefully. And I don't remember anything going on behind me. Do you remember any communication between yourself and from your staff where he was physically at the time? I do remember we're on the 100 wings stairwell on the 31st floor. Wait, what? Oh, they were. Okay, not you. All right. Okay, so your knowledge would it be correct saying he was holding the stairwell with, I'm guessing, Barson, my other blah, blah. Oh, no, and then the Metro officer. So, yeah, 2 of the guards, which that kind of checks out, except there were 2 Metro officers. Okay, so we're holding the stairwell. You guys are holding up the stairwell. You guys are holding the hallway, essentially holding the en suite, correct? Okay, correct. So we have it sealed. Okay. Right, so that if they run into something, they're trying to escape, it's either be me and Hendricks down the hallway, or it's going to be the two, and the Metro officer in the stairwell on the 100 wing. So with the coordination timing, you feel it's safe to say no one could have left the room without somebody seeing somebody. Negative. No one left the room. Okay. From the time that me and Hendricks were up there, nobody had left the room. That door never opened. Okay, so it's safe to say you were firing in there. Firing stops, room secure, essentially at this point. Yes. It's maintained. From that, what else do you recall from the night as far as during those events? Is there anything else you can think of might help us in the investigation? Well, the only other thing I remember, one of the police officers yelling at me, I think it was Armour yelling at me that baby left in the room. He wanted that woman's name and he wanted the room number. I said, yes, sir. I says, Jesus Christ, I'll take care of it. The only things besides everything else about, including the hopping, going along, talking strategy, and also you guys talking strategy. So radio traffic, I'm hearing your guys' radio, including mine. Okay, that's perfect. Anything else? No, it's good. Okay, so yeah, I don't even think they took him seriously on this. I think at some point at the beginning of this, I think they realized this guy's full of shit. So let me see if I can pull up Arson Hendricks real quick. If I can find it. Because I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for that. Let's see. Arson Hendricks. I believe Arson Hendricks should be a fairly easy one to find, though. Because I believe that starts with a view of the inside of that room. And I don't remember what release it was. I think it was one of the early ones, but I'm not sure. There it is, yeah. And that's not it. Where is it? Is it this one? I'm pretty sure it's this one. Oh, no, that's in the tent. Damn it. Looks similar. Oh, sorry. Ain't no one listening now anyway. So I'm going to look for this real quick. See if I can find this damn thing. Let's see. So, so the first releases, I believe, was all the Breach. It was all Bitsko. Newton, Bitsko, yeah. Thank you, OVSA, for putting the names on these, because, man, otherwise I'd be having to go through all of these. Newton, Bitsko. I believe these are, yeah, so it's not on 4. A lot of overhead stuff on 5 and 4. Let's see, number 6 has some venue stuff. And damn it, dude, you stopped putting the name of the officers on here at some point. Yeah, I may have to come back to this because I'm not seeing it easily. And I don't even remember what the thumbnail looks like, to be honest. Really not. Let's see, is that it? No, that's not it. Damn it. I think Chimp already left the chat, so he's not going to be help me out on this. So kind of just stuck. Just yeah. Found the other Featherstone Beeson video. Because I want to say he wasn't even in that fucking elevator, but like I'm doubting myself here, big time. Like I think that whole thing was just bullshit. I want to say, but I'm not positive about that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. Found it. Fucking A. All right. Let's see if this motherfucker is even in that elevator at all. Because I don't think he was. Oh, this is Varson. Varson. Okay, so that would be Sottle, right? So we got Sottle so far.
That is going to be a light on Mandalay Bay, not shots up on the Mandalay Bay, but it's coming from that direction.
Is that sushi place? I think it is. I think that's Mizuya right there.
Convention Center cover at this channel from MGM Festival Lot.
There's a program on it.
Well, everybody at convention center working the special event. We're going to go to Dragons.
Okay, anyone that works in that special event, you're going to have to move.
Control is the CPU just advising their people down on stage left.
So we pick up another security guard.
Okay, now how about plus 16A coming in?
She's got one guy to the side of her. She's got one in front of her.
Yeah, there's an open line with a female saying there's a shooting.
Control, that is correct. Shots heard from Mandalay Bay. There's many people down, stage left. Just be advised.
Uh-huh. Come on, homie. What are you doing?
Okay,
pick me.
I need
Man, look at all the
a
people.
Can you tell me where it's coming from?
Just completely clueless to what's going on.
We're getting from Mandalay Bay.
Fucking nuts.
Somewhere in Mandalay Bay, because the intersection of Obama, that close.
Like nothing's happening.
Rescue is coming across the whole operation circle. Please, it's out of the elevated position for charge.
That's all right. I'm going to move it.
Center core. Is that Allsbury right there? Okay, we do have got 3 in the elevator? Yeah, okay. So Sottle is probably one of these.
You want me to go 31 and go to the stairwell? Somebody's going to. What I got now is 52.
So he's probably legit as far as that goes. For some reason, I didn't think he was in this elevator, but it looks like he was. Yeah.
It's in 131. 31, 131? 31. Said it's in the stairwell. Okay. 31.
So you can't hear the audio there, but he's saying something about 31. So get off on 31. Hmm.
790 control.
So where's Sottle?
We got fired up one.
Control coming.
Control 3 Mary Boulevard shut down north and southbound. Russell Road.
Copy that.
Toledo.
Fuck. Where the fuck is Sottle?
We got that. Control 172 Sam Easy.
Did you already rack that? Yeah. Just let you guys know
159
I'm
is
racking one.
coming from like the 3060 at 4. North. Oh, the man right there coming out a window.
That's gotta be ours. 30 seconds.
Silver Plan 7910 Easy. A few local flashes in the middle.
Well, it took him 5 minutes to get up there.
On the north side, kind of on the west tower, but towards the center of the casino, up one of the middle floors.
Center of towards the casino.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit, that's rapid.
All 3 of them are there. Right. So if Sottle was in that elevator, he's on this floor.
Right above us, right above us.
He's on 31. Unless I'm wrong, dude. Unless I'm wrong. That's what it fucking looks like to me.
Is there a unit down? 14.
Stay in your room, stay in your room, stay in your room. I'm inside the Mandalay Bay on the 31st floor. I can hear the automatic fire coming from one floor on that. One floor above us. We can hear it above us.
It's crazy. I'm not hearing it, but they're hearing it.
Automatic fire, fully automatic fire from an elevated position. Take
Come on,
cover.
get a good look at the security, man.
That is correct.
Because he always got 2 in frame, but I think he had 3 in frame at one point.
Multiple GSWs to the chest, legs, femoral artery,
There we go.
medical check, at the medical check, 4A, off of guy and south of
1, 2.
751 SC Vision. A flash shooting coming up from about a third of the way up. Dinner, tower, over there.
Looked like they had 3 at one point, but I remember only 2 being up here.
Control, we need all units stop coming northbound on Las Vegas Boulevard because he's shooting this way. It's a horrible cover spot.
Okay, all units.
Slow. Here.
790 control.
This is the stairwell toward the boulevard. We got fired up one. Up one.
Control coming.
There's 1 in front right there.
Control 3 Mary Boulevard shut down north and southbound. Russell Road,
Copy that.
Toledo. Mary Scenic Route, we got that. Control 172 Sam Easy.
I mean, she could have just. No, he's still in front of her.
Yeah. Just let you guys know
159
I'm
is
racking one.
coming from like the 3060 at 4. North. Oh, the man right there coming out a window.
That's gotta be ours. 30 seconds.
Silver Plan 7910 Easy. A few local flashes in the middle.
That's a false
Mandalay
one.
Bay on the north side, kind of on the west tower, but towards the center of the casino, up one of the middle floors.
Center of towards the casino.
There's 1 in front of her.
Holy fuck.
There's 1 there. That's 2. That's 3. There's 3 dudes.
Right outside Route 90.
32135, right above us. Right above us.
1, 2. Where's the third?
Medical tent on
Hang on.
the
Stop.
side.
Just
Local GSWs.
I mean, unless I'm tripping.
14.
Stay in your room. Stay in your room. Stay in your room. I'm inside the Mandalay Bay on the 31st floor. I can hear the
Unless I'm
automatic
tripping.
fire alarm from
It's three of them.
1 floor above us. We can hear it above us.
No, sir.
For some reason, I always thought there was only 2 guys here, but looks like it's 3 security. Yeah, it's 3 security. So Soto got off on 31st. With Varson and Hendricks. Yeah, there he is. Okay. So yeah, we got so his story is total bullshit. Because he didn't even get off on 32nd. He got off on 31st. And he's saying he was in the hallway. I don't know, man. This guy's fucked up. I guess why I refused to read his statement forever. I remember reading it when I was going through all this stuff, and I kind of skimmed over it, man, because I was just like, this is just bullshit. But I'm misremembering even this, man. I always thought there were only 2 guards with this guy, with these 2. But I think it's just because of the way the camera angle is, man. I never actually counted. Usually only see 2 guys' faces in this. I don't know. Why is this guy lying? Why is he lying? Let's see if he had representation during his interview. Oh, no, he didn't. That's right, he didn't. I would think he would. But no, he didn't. Where's the interview done? Let's see what we got here. Well, it's on the 11th, if I remember right. No, 12th. Also present. Yeah. FBI. Conducted by, where are they at? Today's date. Be conducted inside Mandalay Bay at blah, blah, blah. They don't even say where in the Mandalay Bay. They say Mandalay Bay. So they didn't even say like HR or whatever. They didn't say nothing. Yeah. Huh. They probably got the idea that he was full of shit within his first statement, the first part of his statement. Because even the special agent, the second the person doing the investigation there, didn't even ask any questions. They just said, fuck it, we're done. So I think even the investigators on this knew that this guy was full of shit. Soto. No, that's fucking crazy, man. But again, I didn't even realize he was in the stairwell. Never fucking realized that. Never really cared, I guess, but his statement was so goofy. Didn't even matter. They'd probably throw that statement out, man. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't give you any context, information, anything. It's all fucking lies anyway. Why would you lie like that, though, man? I mean, why? I don't understand why you would lie like that. It's just weird, man. It's like he wanted to put himself on 32nd floor, but like, he even said he went up with Hendricks on 32nd floor. Why would you do that? I don't know, man. This guy's fucked up, man. This dude's statement's bullshit. It's all bullshit. That just kind of pisses me off. I just fucking went through that shit. Now I remember why I never wanted to deal with his statement at all on any of this. Anyway, so I don't know what I got out of this. I didn't get anything out of Sottle, but Alsbury, I guess he was up there. The shooting was still happening. Obviously, right? Because these people are hearing the shooting from the 31st floor. He went up to the 32nd while these dumbasses got off on the 31st. And so he would have heard the shooting because they heard the shooting. So he would have heard it up there. He got Campos and Shuck out of the hallway. So they left the hallway. They kept saying, so I guess it makes sense, like everyone's saying that the manager was up there. Their security manager was up there. I guess so I think all the security guards were saying that in these interviews and stuff. So, maybe Sottle's trying to save his own ass, saying he was up there. There's nothing he could do or whatever, instead of being a dumbass, getting off on the 31st floor and doing absolutely fucking nothing, while one of his dudes was shot. Maybe that's motivation for him lying there. I don't fucking know. I mean, but Alsbury, okay, so Alsbury is up there. Campos was shit. Yeah, I don't know. Campos Shuck ran out of the hallway. That means they got out of that hallway before 10:15, it sounds like. He said as soon as he got up there, he ran into them. But still doesn't help us with none of that. I don't think helps with the 9:59. Well, the 9:59, he said Campos called him, heard the drilling noise, was claiming he heard the drilling noise, wasn't hearing the shooting yet. And if that's the case, it throws, Alsbury's statement basically throws the whole 10:06 timeline out the fucking window. That's, I think, what I was going for there. And if we're to believe his statement, can we make 10:06 work? Not really. Yeah, I don't think so. Because he got a call from fucking Campos, was transferred all over the fucking place. Man, I don't know. My brain's fucking jelly at this point. I'm gonna have to go back on this and look at it some more. Think about it. But oh shit. And my PDFs aren't working anymore. This shit got fucked up. Oh, there it is. No, it did. Okay, let me read that again just so I have it in my head. Because that's the only thing we can get out of this. It's the only thing we can get out of this is this isn't even him. I think he was what do we say 95, page 95, I think. No, it wasn't. Shit. I gotta remember what page that was on now. Oh, shit. Comrade's doing some work. So, yeah, it says 9:59. That's because I'm in 95. 59. So the only thing you can get out of this is when I received a cell phone from my dispatcher when I was in the office saying a security officer needed to talk to me. She should transfer him to me. It was Jesus Campos, which is redacted, but yeah, whatever, stating that or asking me if we're doing any work on the 32nd floor, 100 wing. The stairwell door is bracketed shut. And I said, no, I'm not aware of anything. There shouldn't be any reason it's an egress. I said, what type of bracket is it? He said, it's like an L bracket. So at At the time Campos called him, he's in the foyer. That's the issue. Because that throws out that 959 bullshit. And so what is the 959 thing, right? So he's not being shot at yet. And that's the issue we have is where did this 959 come from? There was no call to at least to Alsbury. They got through to Alsbury in the hall, in the stairwell, in the actual stairwell. As far as this goes, he's talking about finding out about it as he's in the foyer, which kind of makes sense, right? And I was always saying that, man. You know, Campos comes up to a door and it's fucking jammed and he can't fucking get in there. You know, I don't think he's immediately going to call, you know, because it's like, who knows what the fuck is stopping that door? Could just be the door fucking somehow got jammed up. And so he went and ran to the other side of the fucking thing and figured out what was going on with it. Tried to open it from the other side and figured out there's a bracket on it. Then decided to call Alsbury, right? But what time does that put him in that fucking foyer? I mean, it still could work out as, what, 10:04, I guess? 10:04? Send an engineer to look up at it. Well, hold on. I hear a drill on the other side of the door. Okay, so if Campos said that, I heard a drill on the other side of the door. That's when he said, okay, well, if you hear a drill, you might want to go to the floor above and below, try to catch the guy in the stairwell. So Alsbury's thinking people are drilling brackets on these doors, trying to block up the stairwell. And so, you know, but Campos saying, I hear a drill on the other side of the door. He's not saying what door he's talking about. So Campos already, you know, according to his statement, is saying that he knew it was in 135, deep in 135. All right. So what does that say? That means Campos at least took a look at that door on his way in. You know, and did he even say it was on his cell phone or not? I think everyone else was saying he used a cell phone. Of course, in the final report, we have him using the door in the phone in the foyer. But you know, I'm thinking here that Campos was probably sitting here kind of fucking with the door. He may even have had the door propped up while he's looking at this shit, you know, and maybe he was looking at 135, hearing this drilling sound, saying it's coming from the other side of the door, and he didn't articulate that it's the other side of 135. So Alsbury's automatically thinking, and I'm just going by with the statements here, Alsbury could have been thinking, okay, well, he's talking about the other side of the door, but he's talking about a bracket being on the door. He must be talking about the door at the bracket, which means the stairwell, because he understands what he's talking about. And so he thinks that it's coming from the stairwell. So Alsbury figures somebody's drilling some shit in the stairwell. But that's not what Campos is hearing, and it's not what he's saying. It's not what he's witnessing. But why would he not be witnessing that if he's in the foyer, right? So it makes more sense that Campos was on a cell phone, like a lot of these people are saying. He called dispatch on his cell phone, although they're making the excuse that, well, it wasn't on the radio, so it must have been his cell phone. So it could have still been, I guess, the fucking phone. I don't know, man. Fuck, going back and forth with this shit. But I don't know how long the cord is on that foyer phone. I'm guessing it's not that long to where he's going to actually be in the hallway with it. So that's kind of an issue. He may have heard the drilling as he was walking in. I don't know. Or did he put the phone down for a minute and walk out into the fucking hallway because he heard something going on and realized, wow, there's fucking drilling going on in that room. It's hard to say. It's fucking hard to say. But that 959 call from the stairwell side, I don't think happened. I don't think that's a thing. So the 959 gives me an issue. And I don't know where the 959 comes from. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think I've been fucked, dude. It's been 2.5 hours. Really? I don't want to go 2.5 hours. But as far as timeline, as far as, you know, what we can get out of this, that's the only thing I can surmise out of this shit. is, and this is like absolutely frustrating. It's frustrating as hell because I'm trying to picture what's going on here. From this guy's perspective, that would make sense to me. Campos says, hey, there's some drilling going on. Where's the drilling at? Oh, it's on the other side of this door. Well, he automatically thinks, well, he's talking about the door that he's talking about being bracketed, because that's where Ellsbury's mind's at. There's a bracket on a fucking door that I got to fucking deal with somehow, and I got to get this thing off. So he's sending somebody to deal with that door. Well, he says, well, there's drilling on the other side of this door. Campos, if he didn't articulate well enough, and that's all he said, is there's drilling on the other side of this fucking door, then he could have automatically assumed that he was talking about the stairwell door. And so now Ellsbury thinks that somebody's going up and down the stairwell, drilling fucking brackets into these doors. Which, it's hard to make sense of that, because the side that they're drilling them on is locking people into the stairwell. That means this person would have to take the elevator each time to go to each floor to put the bracket on each of these fucking. It's just fucking goofy. But he's probably not thinking that at the time, right? Ellsbury's not. But for some reason he thinks that, somebody's going up and down the floors, bracketing the fucking doors. Campos talking about hearing drilling. Obviously it's not shot at yet. The only issue here, so let's see, so 10:06, there's something with 10:06 that we had a problem with. Okay, am I even on here? Yeah, I'm on this one. So let's see. So got up there, officer heading up. Let's see, it's the 32nd floor, and I hit the 32nd floor South Casino, so I guess there. And I'm like, hey, look, you got to take the next one. I'm trying to find. Then next thing you know, security managed 2 Metro cops come running in. So I forget what the time was on that. It was like 10:10, I think. Let's see. I can find that. I can find that time right now. Varsity Hendricks hit that fucking elevator. Oh, no, actually, I can't. No, you can't, because there's no... I'd have to do a hell of a lot more work to figure that shit out, because they get the... there's no timestamp on this when they're in the elevator. Varson's body cam. There's no timestamp. So the time to get in the elevator, I can't. I'd have to, have to listen to some radio calls, figure out the radio calls, figure out what time those radio calls were, and then match that with this. That's going to be a pain in my ass. Although I'm sure LVSA has already done it. I could probably ask him. Or somebody's probably already done it. That kind of work. Let's see, a shooter. I'm on my way up there for somebody bracketing a door. So So 959 gets thrown out the fucking window. Like I said, putting all this together is just a pain in the ass because, and I don't use spreadsheets. So the, let's see, get out of there, be in the elevator, core, doors open up. Yeah, because we can figure out what time this guy went up there, what time Campos got out, but we don't want that. I want the time this all started. I want 9:59 to 10:05. That's what I want with this. And I said the 9:59 call doesn't make a lot of sense. Campos being shot at 10:06. Oh my God, my brain's fried. I can't even think straight anymore. I'm going to put this down for now, and then I'll come back later and see if I can make something out of this. Because, yeah, I've just fried my brain. I'm fucking done. Anyways, everyone, have a good day, man. Thanks for hanging out for this madness.